highs are extremely high and the lows can be very low, but you know you're alive because the passion of the players and when the realization to them that this is it, especially for the seniors. And we've talked about it and prepared for it all year. And to see, without a doubt, the toughest group of men in Churchville Shiloh High School come together where they were and shed the tears or having a lot of tears in their eyes going out to play that game. I didn't even have to talk to them. The coaches didn't have to talk to them. We told them, we know you're ready. We know you're ready. It was an amazing time. It's the way football should be played. And I walked across to a very good friend of mine, the head coach at Fairport. I was in his wedding, and shook his hand and started talking to him. He told me it'd be his last game coaching, and I had known that because we talked. And he said, boy, I hate coaching this time of year because the kids just aren't into it. And as soon as he said that, I just smiled at myself. I said, boy, our kids are into it. And I remember talking to our guys before the game, and they were just like caged animals wanting to get after them when they found out that these guys weren't full of passion to play their last game, weren't full of passion to send the seniors off the right way, weren't full of passion just to go out and fight for their colors. But our guys don't quit. And they didn't quit all year. They finished everything they did. They faced adversity throughout the year. And man, you know what? That's a great thing about football. There's a lot of young people in this life now, they face some adversity and they quit. They quit on life. They don't understand what perseverance is. They run into some stumbling stones and they get down or they make wrong turns. They don't understand that's not how you start, it's how you finish. I'm going to share something about my life that ties in with that. And then I think football is a lot about sharing and about growing with each other. I also have people once in a while go, you talk about God a lot, and you'll find out why now. But when I was 14 years old, I was playing baseball. I'm going to make two stories real short. But I found out that I had tumors. And I had tumors throughout my body. I went to the doctor, and they diagnosed it.
What are you
It had
doing?
Hodgkin's disease. It was in stage C. They scheduled me for a biopsy.
Sure you want it.
And I went in to the hospital. And they scheduled me the biopsy, and my mom was a believer, and she said, you know what, we're going to take you and have you prayed for. Well, I was prayed for, and make a long story short, I felt a burning in my arm. I knew that I had been healed. 3 days later, they take me in the hospital, and they want to go take this tumor out. They found tumors all throughout my body. I was in stage C. They took the tumor out, and they found out it is cancer. It is in stage C, but the doctor told me it's the weirdest thing we've ever seen. The tumor's dying. It's going away. We don't have any explanation for it, and I had stage C cancer and cancer throughout my body, and it literally went away. I never had any chemotherapy, I never had any radiation therapy. So that made a big impression on my life. I was 14 years old, and but from the next few years, from 15 to 25, I did everything wrong that a young man could do, and I'm not going to go into this specifically, but I got into just about anything wrong that a young man can do, despite what I had found out in my life and what I had believed in faith. Did everything wrong. And so we're talking about, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I went down every wrong road. Found a young woman later on in life when I was 26, fell in love, decided to get married, got married, and decided to have a family. Couldn't have a family. Couldn't have a family. Doctors, we tried. We had to go through multiple procedures, couldn't have a family. Finally, we get pregnant. We're really excited. My wife calls me one day and says, we're 6 months along, and the fetus stopped moving. And the doctor's really concerned because there's no movement, and the heartbeat's erratic, and everything else. So I rush to the hospital. We look, and we do some talking to the doctor, and they do some CAT scans and stuff like that, and they realize that not only is this baby going to be premature, but it's like a third the size it should be. And they told us very plainly, they said about the fetus, they said there's really nothing we can do. We have to go in and take it out, but it's a very grave situation. And will not probably make it. If it does make it, probably has lack of oxygen to the brain. Have to have eye surgery, heart surgery, and multiple other problems. And as they continue just to talk about it, it blows you away. My wife was blown away. We wanted to have children, but this child wasn't making it. So I remember I prayed about it, and I said, what's going on? What's back. It wasn't, I didn't hear it like a loudspeaker. It wasn't someone tapping me on the shoulder, but it was something in my heart. It was more than just a warm feeling. It was that this child is going to be a healing testimony, just like my cancer was. And from that moment on, and Coach Savone could be my testimony to this, or can testify to this, I knew what the outcome would be. And sure enough, that child did survive. And I'd like my three little ones to come on up here. This is my daughter, who did survive that day. You're a blessing to me. And she didn't only just survive, she thrived, and I'm very proud of her. And I got my little munchkin here. And I know the boys are probably going, "That's good, Coach. You didn't give up. You never stopped." Well, I only had 3 guys. But they're a blessing to me. And I wanted to bring up that point because I'm going to tell you what, as we release these young men from our program, we want to be there for them. Obviously, they have great moms and dads, but we want to be there for them. Not necessarily as a father, maybe as an older brother, but we want to be a resource for them. We have people coming back to us all the time. And you know what, guys, the truth is, you're going to face adversity. I heard Lou Holtz once say, what is it that I have in common with the average person? We're all going to face crises in the next 6 months. You're going to face adversity. You're going to have perseverance. You're going to probably need a faith. Could be a faith in anything. I think you know where my faith stands now. But you've got to have faith, and you've got to have faith and strength in your belief to be able to do things. Because truly, life is not a sprint. It's a marathon. And I am a person, okay, that exhibits that, like I said, I did just about everything you could do wrong. Despite what I knew when I was 14, did everything, experimented, did everything, and knew it wasn't too late to turn back, and knew it wasn't too late to turn my life around. Am I perfect? No, these guys could tell you stories that would make you laugh. But I'm a work in process, and I hope to continue to be a work in process, and I encourage you, because life will tempt you to give up. Life will beat you over the head and say you can't make it. But it's never too late to turn yourself around. It's never too late to change yourself, and it's not about where you are today, it's about where you can be tomorrow. And that is really the lesson of football, and the strength that I see in your lives, in what you've learned through these games. It's only a game, but you know what? You acted out in the right way. And I am so very, very proud to have been a coach for you. I know I speak very strongly for these men too. You touch our lives more than you'll ever know. And when I tell you, when these guys tell you, when we come out to practice, and we've had a hard day, that you are the highlight of our day. Other than being with our own, you are the highlight of our day.